Well, September is a great time not only to view Saturn, but to remember a key moment in its history. And here to tell us about it is Eddie Whisler, our resident spaceman and planetarium director at the Museum of Science and History.
Hey,
Hey,
it's so appropriate.
yeah, it's September.
Yeah, it's September. We crashed a space probe into Saturn purposefully.
That's
And
nutty.
and we can see it in the sky this evening if you were to go
Why,
outside.
first of all, I mean, we'll get to the dramatic fiery crash,
Yeah, yeah.
but why is it easier to view Saturn right now than it otherwise is?
It just happens to be up. It's possible that Saturn could be in a location where from Earth you're only able to see it during the daytime, which means you won't be able to see it during
Mm.
the daytime because that pesky star of ours steals all of your attention. Like it really hogs the attention.
You're
It
talking
needs to
about the
tone it
sun
down
here.
a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, well, absent it being able to tone it down,
Yeah.
what does Saturn do to kind of get in our viewing space?
So, as we turn into the nighttime side, Saturn is somewhere out there where we can see it without having the sun in the sky. So that's requirement number one. But what you need to do tonight, if you want to go outside and see it, is to go out and just look east. And it will be the, it's not the brightest thing, but it is bright enough that it gets your attention and it won't twinkle. Planets don't really twinkle so much for reasons.
Reasons that are
Right.
complicated and full of science.
No, not at all, but we would need a good 30 seconds to unpack it, and we have very short 30 seconds to work with, so we can go that route if you want.
Well, I wanna ask you about viewing Saturn. A lot of us think of the fancy rings, and we've got some
Yeah, yeah.
pictures of it, people watching our live stream.
Oh, that's
Um,
a real picture. How
yeah.
incredible.
So what are we able to see the rings when we're able to watch it in the night sky in the east?
So much is embedded in that question. Not with your eyes. You could fool yourself into thinking that you can see the rings,
Okay.
but you can't. Not with your eyes, but with telescopes. Boom. Saturn is the thing to see if you have telescopes, especially for a first timer, because it looks like the thing that you're expecting to see. You're like, wow, it looks like an ornament hanging in the sky that when you have a telescope or some binoculars, you can finally get some, and you're like, that's what it's supposed to look like. It actually looks like that.
So this beautiful planet with these lovely rings, why did we go crashing a spaceship into the atmosphere?
It was out of fuel. Cassini is the name of the spacecraft. We can only bring so much propellant inside of a thing that we're going to send out into space. It was there for 13 years. It took 7 years to get there, and then it was there for 13 years, studying the moons, the rings, the atmosphere, the gravitational field, the magnetic field of the planet, so much stuff, right? Had all these different instruments on it that had their own specializations. But we can't control the thing when we run out of propellant. We can't do any more maneuvers. And so then just all of a sudden, it just does what it does over the course of centuries to come and could potentially land, crash onto the surface of a moon that might even harbor life. We don't know. There are two moons in particular.
You mean the concern if it doesn't burn up that it lands on a planet
Boom.
or one of its moons
And contaminate it with Earth life.
ooh,
Yeah. And we don't know what the outcome is.
what
right?
Earth life would be on our spaceship?
Microbes. We go out of our way in order to sterilize these probes before they launch, but microbes are microbes and they are difficult to deal with, right?
Microbes will microbe.
And they will microbe themselves all around.
Yeah, and so obviously we don't want to be contaminating other places.
Yeah.
And so this
So real
Cassini,
quick,
yeah.
we call that it's an objective that NASA has. It's called planetary protection.
Oh, okay.
It's spelled out, right?
Keep it clean in the universe.
Keep it clean in the universe and keep us clean from exterior. So this goes both ways.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So this thing has been out there collecting data and it is running out of fuel. And so how do we make it crash?
With the last bit of its fuel, we navigate it. But the cool thing is that now that we know that the thing is going out, NASA takes high risk maneuvers with the thing and has several passes in the months leading up to September that bring it closer than they would ever want to get if it was just regular old
If they were going to save
operational
it.
time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. And so they get good information.
Amazing information.
And so the Cassini, rest in peace,
Yes.
brought us back a lot of good
Yes.
Saturn data.
Yeah, like for example, we were we have a really good sense now for how young, much younger than might have been thought before, how young the rings of Saturn are. So the current thought is, about 100 million years to 300 million years, like right in there, which is extremely youthful because it's possible for rings to be there since it had become a planet. So for billions of years. So this is a small fraction of its, for you and me, when we talk about things, a couple 100 million years, what's that between friends, right?
It's
Like
just
this.
a youthful
Yeah,
exchange.
babies.
Child's
Yeah.
childlike.
Hmm.
Anyway, well, I wanted to talk a little bit about planetarium being closed and if there's any pop-ups planned for MOSH, but we've just got about like 5 seconds left.
Yeah, so we are moving around the community. Right now we're focused on schools, but over the course, this is the very beginning, over the course of the next couple of years, we will be popping up, whether it's with a planetarium or whether it's some other presentation, then that might be you know, tough to say what it might be, but we plan on being around in the community.
All right. Well, Eddie Whisler, it's a delight, as always, to see you. Thanks for being here.
Oh, it's so much fun.